There has been a big online debate recently about whether 100 British people could take 100 Americans in a fight, in an all-out brawl. No weapons, just fisticuffs. I have, I think this is the video that started it all. It's from a guy called 2MWAD_. I think this is the one that started it. I'm not too sure though.
British people versus 100 Americans, fist fight, no weapons. And I'm gonna make it more interesting. The British people get 20 savages from Birmingham, London, Manchester, Nottingham, and Liverpool.
Okay, you're sneaking Nottingham in there a bit, but yeah, realistically, right? Okay, right. I have my opinions on this. I have my opinions on who would win, and it's probably not who you'd expect from me. But we'll talk about that more in depth later in this video.
Americans get 20 savages from Louisiana, Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, and where else? Texas. Who wins that fight?
Okay, look, I don't think Britain stands a chance. I'm gonna be so real. I don't think Britain stands. I'll go more into depth in a bit as we go on through this video. But just off the bat, I'm gonna hear arguments from both sides. I don't think Britain stands a chance. Have you ever been to the US? They're crazy. They're crazy people. I don't mean like, okay, right, I don't mean all Americans are crazy people. I just mean their crazy people are properly, proper crazy. And there's so many of them. But anyway, we're gonna be watching people on TikTok argue about this because it's funny.
We're corn-fed. We're bigger than you guys. Your people just don't...
We're corn-fed. We're bigger than you guys. Yeah, you're bigger than us. And to be fair, that is probably like the reason why I think that the US would beat Britain in this all-out brawl. They're tanky. The Americans are tanky. Have you ever been to like the South of America? Their fat people aren't just fat. But whenever I'm in like Florida or something, I look at some of these people and I'm just like, how are you alive? But I'm just gobsmacked a lot of the time at the sheer size of some of these people. And these people are tanky, right? So you could have like 3 normal British guys just go, duh, 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 like laying punches into them. They're not going to feel a thing. They're absorbing all of that damage. And while it's a 3-on-1 here, you know, the tank isn't taking any damage. The British people, they're getting weak. They're getting tired. And that's when the American crackheads can flank. They can go round the tank and then just batter all the tired British people. That's why I think the Americans will beat the British in this legendary battle. But anyway, let's continue hearing what she has to say.
Don't have the mass to defeat us.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so.
I believe you that the people from Glasgow, Liverpool, Wetherspoons are tough.
She said, people from Wetherspoons. This just proves you don't know us. You're trying to argue about people you don't know.
Yeah, but she's right. She's right. She is right. And okay, this guy, he seems to be taking the, I mean, maybe it's a character side, but he seems to be taking it very seriously. Like, you don't know these people. There's no such place as Wetherspoons. It's a pub. It's not a I mean, like, unless you're British or you've been to Britain and you sort of know about that, how are you supposed to know Wetherspoons is like a pub and not a place? It sounds like a British city.
It's a pub. This is not an argument about the dog in the fight. It's an argument about the fight in the dog. This is the...
Oh, man, if you... don't even go there. Don't even go there. Man, the American crackheads, they have some fucking fight in them. They will just threaten and attack you for literally no reason. They just do it for sport. They don't have that thing in their brain which is like, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that. They just do it. They just fucking do it.
100 Brits versus 100 Americans argument
is incredibly stupid. You really don't
It's not incredibly stupid. Oh, God.
The smoke, you star-spangled tosh rockets. We conquered most of the planet whilst malnourished and deprived of tea, and all whilst consuming what you lot...
Oh, no. Oh, my God. I'm so embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed to be on this side, man. I'm so... Oh, this is so millennial. Like, he's got the mannerisms of a British YouTuber from 2011.
You lot would consider as poisonous levels of gin and tonic. You talk about 1776, but last I checked, you needed 3 other empires to remove us. And look how well it's gone for you.
You can just tell he fucking loves Epic Rap Battles of History, can't you? You can just tell. I do love Epic Rap Battles of History as well. I went to go see their live show. Oh, it was sick. Honestly, probably one of the best live shows I've ever been to. Epic Lloyd walked right past me. I could see the sweat on his little bald head as he walked right past me. One of the greatest moments of my life.
Something so uniquely special about being American because our country can be in complete shambles. We can be disjointed amongst each other, class, race, color, religion. But as soon as someone tries to attack America, we are all patriotic.
To be fair, it's the same with England, isn't it? Like it was like with remember when Americans came after our good Chinese food, our lovely Chinese food, and the whole, I've never seen anything like it. The whole United Kingdom rallied together to say, shut the fuck up. Also, do you remember when they started saying, it's like there was someone that started, like an American that started saying, calling it a Chinese is really racist and we should stop doing it.
But in reality, the Brits need to understand, the only people Americans are scared or intimidated of are other Americans. We ain't worried about nobody who sounds like Harry Potter. The Americans are knocking the beans right off your toast. So all we gotta do is throw some seasoning in your face and you guys will pass out.
That's no, man. No, I don't like it when Americans talk about seasoning. I don't. Everything's way too over-seasoned over there. It's too much, man. You can't even taste the fucking food you're having. You may as well just be eating sludge a lot of the time. It all tastes the fucking same. It's all just fucking seasoning.
One Samoan family is mollywopping y'all, knocking the sonic rings out of y'all. It was a Florida man who stabbed someone once, and he didn't even have arms. And y'all don't think Florida men can take y'all out? We have the Irish.
Yeah, to be fair, Florida men are a force to be reckoned with. They really are. Honestly, I think 30 Florida men could take 100 British men. It's like, they're mental. They're mad. Like, I'm feeling so cucked right now. Just going, yeah, you know, the Americans, they beat us up. We're pussies. We're little bitch boy pussies. I feel so cucked right now, but it's true. It really is.
New topic of discussion, yeah? 100 Americans versus 100 British people. Right, first of all, yeah, I don't even need to put anyone from the South in it because I'll go. If I had to pick, yeah, I'd pick, yeah, a couple Scousers, a couple Mancunians, one of my fellow self.
Just a couple. Just so you got, that's 4 people out of 100. Okay, where are the other 96 going to come from?
And Geordies.
Oh, okay, to be fair, I hadn't considered Geordies. Yeah, they could, they could go toe-to-toe with the Americans, I think. I think if it's just all Geordies, then maybe. But I think if it's just like kind of like a random lotto of 100 people in the UK versus 100 random people in the US, the Americans are going to come out on top.
And of course, on an honourable mention are people from Yorkshire. And if you want to class it...
No, I don't think so.
As Britain, yeah? Not just England, Britain. Don't forget the Scottish. I get a few Glaswegians in there. Then we can go Northern Ireland then, if you want to split hairs.
But we're saying British. Northern Irish people aren't British. Britain's the island. But... I agree. Scottish people, they could probably go toe-to-toe with Americans as well. Maybe. I don't know. But then it's just the tanks. It's the fucking tanks. And the crackheads. They team up, they're unstoppable. And it's not like there's only a few tanks scattered here and there in America. If you picked 100 random Americans, I bet you're getting at least like 15 tanks. Oh god, I can tell this video is gonna be like just based on the haircut. Oh, those fucking Funko Pops in the background. What are those? They're probably something Funko Pop adjacent, right? What's he got to say? 100 British versus 100 American. 50 drunk American college kids on spring. Okay, no, I don't think so. I think they're probably the least intimidating bunch of Americans. The ones you want are the ones that aren't in fucking college. Okay, I think if we're taking crackheads and tanks out of the equation, I think British people could probably go toe-to-toe. Like, American college kids, they're just corny. They're not scary. They're not scary at all.
I'm sorry, but if there was 1,000 Brits and 1,000 Americans, us Brits would definitely smash it.
No, I don't think so.
I'm not being...
I think it's like kind of like small island syndrome, where we're like, oh yeah, we fucking have them. We fucking... No, he wouldn't. They're big.
If we're talking raw fist fight, mate, you're having it, male or female. Have you met British women? British women would fucking bat it.
Nah, man. Nah, have you seen American women? Have you ever been to a Waffle House? I haven't, but I've seen the videos.
USA women, I'm not being funny. They're fucking tapped in the brain.
Mate, you don't know tapped until you've seen a tapped American. Like, seriously.
I'm genuinely not even trying to be patriotic, but I truly believe that against 100 British people, 30 Americans could get the job done.
Nah, delusional. You're delusional. You're absolutely... 30 couldn't get it done. No, absolutely not.
And to illustrate this, I'm going to draft a very diverse, broad-ranging fantasy team of 30.
Okay,
here we
all right,
go.
let's say this.
2 people from Appalachia, born and raised among the mountain folk.
Oh, it's mountain,
2
okay.
Floridians with a criminal
Okay, right,
record.
I thought you were going to name specific people. I thought that'd be quite fun. I think I actually asked people on Twitter, like if you could choose someone to be in the 100 Brits versus 100 Americans brawl on the British side, who would you pick? God, why does Twitter always do this whenever I click on my own tweet? Reach up to 100k. I'm not paying to promote my fucking stupid tweets. Go away. Elon, are you really that desperate for money? I said Tom Skinner, Big John, and Purple Aki. I think they're pretty solid picks. Bevo and Danny Aaron's, okay? Roddy Pickering and Cycling Mikey as bait. That would work, but I think I love the idea of having Cycling Mikey as bait. He seems like he wants to die for a cause. You can tell he wants to be martyred a bit. Like, there was a video where he jumped on the front of a car. Like, And he tried to take someone to court for like assault or something, but he jumped on the front of the fucking car. So you can tell he kind of wants to be a martyr, but the problem is he's from Zimbabwe, I think. He's Zimbabwean. So he would not qualify to be in the 100 Brits team. Danny G would be a pick. Oh, yeah, Danny G. He would like, to be fair, I think Danny G could fuck up like 5 average Americans. I think he'd be an insane pick.
I'm a Brit that has spent a lot of time in America, so I feel I'm qualified to answer this question.
Come on.
The Brits don't stand a chance.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
All right? I'm going to say one thing, all right? 1776 didn't go too well. And secondly, have you shook the hand of an American? I'm talking a man who is a farmer. He's got calluses for days, hands like shovels. They shake your hand, and your hand comes out like that. It crushes your hand. I'm not getting involved with that.
Yeah, no, they're big. They're big. I'm so cucked. This is the most cucked video I've ever made.
My opinion, personally, I look at it as, who would I be more scared of? But this movie exists, and this happens in real life.
I mean, it doesn't really happen in real life that much, and I've watched a thing about how it happens in Europe, and it's like a really organized thing. Like they'll go out to the woods and fight each other. Like they'll plan a day and a time. It doesn't really happen that much. I mean, I go to football all the time. I've never seen like an actual scrap between hooligans. Like hooliganism isn't really that much of a thing anymore.
Football man get punched in the face. They've been training for this, so send them man in.
Oh yeah, be a bit different. Okay, right. I mean, right. Okay, if we're going, let's just have another sort of hypothetical here. 100 American crackheads versus 100 British football hooligans. I think that's a tough match. You know, I think that's a real tough match because the American crackheads, they don't have anything holding them back. They're just uninhibited. They're just fucking swinging. They're windmilling. They're fucking throwing hands like they're crazy. But the British football hooligans, they've got pure strength. They're tanks. They're huge. They've been punched in the head so many times, they can't even think straight anymore. I think it would be a close one. I think it would go down to the last man, but I give it to the British football hooligans.
20 GPs receptionists from the UK could take on 100 Americans. Tell me I'm not wrong.
I don't think so. They're just keyboard warriors. They're phone warriors, aren't they? GP receptionists. They give you all the lip down the phone, but really, when it comes down to it, when you actually no, they are quite scary when you go into the office. But I don't think they could take 20 Americans because usually they're like 50 years old and 5'1". Like they're not throwing hands with Americans, are they?
Next on the UK list of terror is Year 7s.
Go away! No. That's 20 years. Are you joking? The tanks would eat them whole in one bite.
I didn't get involved in the 100 men versus gorilla.
Yeah, that was stupid, 100 men versus gorilla. Of course 100 men could take a gorilla. Are you joking? They're like 5 feet tall. How tall is a gorilla? I don't think they're very tall. They're stocky. Yeah, they're stocky, but they're not very tall. Yeah, they're like 1.4 meters. They're like, so the average gorilla is, adult males are 1.4 to 1.8 meters. Okay, so some of them get quite tall. But if you're going on average, I mean, they're probably like 5 feet tall.
And obviously, they're on this gang shit. Do you know what I mean? When it comes to weapons and stuff, their man are buying fucking semi-auto.
Yeah, but that doesn't really have much to do with like fighting and stuff, does it? Because there's no weapons. So what have we got to say? What's your verdict, my friends?
But when it comes to the average person fighting, you don't underestimate how much American media we have consumed as British people. I've seen you lot fight millions of times. And I'm telling you now, the average Brit is smacking you up because the average American.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of like, this is like my pendulum. Like, I was very firmly over here in Americans' favour. Like, but now I'm kind of like, I'm more like up here. Like, I think because I was focusing so much on like the tanks and the crackheads that I kind of forgot about, a lot of like the subcultures in Britain. Like, I mean, football hooligans isn't really a thing anymore, but there's like fair few people that are like that and have taken a lot of punches in the head. And, we are a country known for having some of the best boxers and fighters in the world. So, I don't know. I'm still like slightly edging towards Americans, but I don't know. I think it'll be closer than I initially thought.
Fights like this.
Oh, they do fight like that as well. Yeah, they do. They do fight like that as well. Well, they do. We may be a little country, but born in our hearts is to fight for what we believe in and want to protect. I mean, I'm guessing the idea of this is like you just fight in a park. Like 100 Americans and 100 British people go and fight in a park. I don't think it'll be over anything. Right, well, I'm going to leave it there for this video. In conclusion, I think Americans would marginally win. Like and subscribe and I'll join the fight.